around the corner, and by the time I'm going to be done with this log of mine, I'm sure it's going to be Christmas. So Merry Christmas all of you all, and cheers to the new year. That's going to get us a fresh chance of setting all things right once again. Now I'm standing in front of a huge paddy stack that's behind me in a rural area in Bengal, India. Now I'm also going to get you a look around this place. Now that we are celebrating the new year and Christmas and all that, so I thought, why not celebrate the same in here in my channel as well. So by the end of the log, there's going to be a questionnaire kind of a thingy where I'm going to ask you 3 questions from this particular log. So watch out for this log very carefully. You're going to have 3 questions which you have to answer. Now once you mail me the answers to all the 3 questions correctly in this email ID, that's my email ID, you type all the answers correctly and mail me out there, so you get a chance to win a free numerology evaluation, totally free by me, personalized for you. Now the last date to mail me all the entries would be 1st of Jan, and now this process is going to continue for the few upcoming logs as well, and each time I'm going to select one lucky entry which will get a completely free numerology evaluation by me. So watch out for that. So as I said, we're gonna have a look around here, and this is a cold winter morning with a little fog and everything looks so fresh and earthy. You see, it's always great coming back to the basics, away from the concrete, and really think about life and where exactly it is taking us. Now then we have some haystack, and this is the harvest season out here. So here they're trying to separate the paddy grains from the hay, and I don't know what the process is called. And that is myself lending my expert hands into the process. And then we have the humongous grain silo, or the paddy stack, whatever you call it. Here then we have a little private pond. Here there are many ponds like this, and then we have some ducks in the pond, and it's also really beautiful out here. So in my last log, I had decided that I'll be doing the numerology challenge numbers, but then I decided, like, now that we are nearing the year 2014 and we must begin a fresh new year with fresh energy and fresh resolutions, so I thought, why not doing the trends of the year 2014 and what the upcoming year might hold for us. The year 2014 is the universal year 7. And how do we calculate the universal year or the world year number? Well, you just add all the digits of year. So 2 plus 1 plus 4 equals 7. So once again, 7 is the universal year number out here. Now, let us find out, when did we have the 7 universal year number earlier than this? So that brings us to the year 2005. 2 plus 5 equals 7. So 7 vibration will have qualities that will affect the overall trends of the year. So we can also reflect back upon few interesting stories of 2005 which will give us some more insight on the universal year 7. So the year 2005 began on a very sad note. The 26th December 2004 South Asian tsunami is described as one of the worst natural disasters all time. It killed more than 2,080,000 people in the affected areas. 2005 immediately saw the after effects of this major disaster. 7 stands for collected water, and the year began with a whole lot of it. Later in July, again on the 26th, Mumbai, India received 99.5 centimeters of rain within 24 hours, bringing the city to a halt for over 2 days. In August 29th, we had the Hurricane Katrina, which triggered flooding the US city of New Orleans. So this immediately became a year of raising consciousness. People around the world realizing that the whole planet has to be treated as one. We are not all single countries, separate countries. We are actually one whole planet taken together, and humanity is the ultimate single race. So 7 is a time when you take a break from your hectic schedule and question the basic goals of life. 7 immediately builds some spiritual connection. It is a time when you do some deep introspection and inner reflection and ask yourself whether the path you are in is going in the right direction or not. This year, we have to believe in the ultimate power and the ultimate force that is the universe. We might have our own plans, our own ideas, but ultimately, the universe has its own balance, own plans, and its own laws. 7 is also associated with seeking the truth. It is associated with an air of mystery. So, some cases which have been very mysterious and which have been prevailing mystery for a longer period of time in the past might come suddenly popping in front of the public eyes. Nepal witnessed the most mysterious royal massacre in the year 2001. It was a mass murder scene which happened in the royal palace in Nepal. The entire royal family was being brutally murdered, and the government then held the royal prince Dipendra responsible for the mass killings. It was said by the government then that the royal prince Dipendra was outraged over a marriage dispute and impulsively ended up killing his entire family and then himself as well. However, the majority of the citizens in Nepal condemned and disapproved of this theory. Moreover, it was known that Dipendra was being shot with 6 bullets at the back. What really happened remained a mystery for a long time. During that time, Dipendra's father, King Birendra, was the ruling king of Nepal, and during his time he played a very minor role in the operations of the government. However, after the entire royal family was being murdered, Dipendra's cousin Gyanendra forcibly brought himself into power during the years 2002 to 2005. He chose and dismissed 3 prime ministers subsequently and really interfered in all government matters, finally breaking down all boundaries and overtaking and declaring himself as the absolute and ultimate ruler of Nepal. He promised that peace and effective democracy would be restored within 3 years of time. But the period of his direct rule, especially around the year 2005, was followed up with series of violent protests in the capital city of Kathmandu, which finally resulted in the suspension of monarchy in Nepal. So as we know that the year 7 is about some very private things getting into the public eye, so that brings us to something very interesting again that happened in the year 2005. So you guys are watching me on YouTube, and yes, YouTube happened in 2005, creating such a great platform for all original creators so you can discover, watch and share millions and millions of originally created videos, and that has been such a great concept. So kudos to YouTube. 7 has a very strong association with knowledge, research and analysis. So on a very positive note, this year can bring cures for some major diseases and very strong developments in the field of science, technology and research. In 2005 was discovered the largest known dwarf planet in the solar system known as Eris. So that's the orbit of Eris. Now it's said that Eris is possibly bigger than the well-known Pluto. Astronomers also discovered a new galaxy consisting of all dark matter. So that was reflecting back upon 2005, which was the last universal year 7, and yet again we have 2014, which is our universal year 7 once again. So I hope that 2014 brings a lot of joy, peace and love to all of us. Now I must not miss out on one point which is very important, that all of you all guys who have the life path 7, that is life path 7 is presently coinciding with the universal year 7. So for the life path 7, this year is going to be a very memorable and a very important year. So coming to the 3 questions which I was supposed to ask by the end of the log. The first question is, what was the name of the Prince of Nepal who allegedly killed the royal family members? Second, which month did the South Asian tsunami happen? Third, what is the name of the dwarf planet that was discovered in the year 2005? Now, once you have answered all these questions, you have to also mail me your personal details to my email ID, which include first, your date of birth, second, your name at birth, third, if you have some changed name which you frequently use, you also mail that. And you mail all these details with the answers to chilipepperstir@gmail.com. That's my email ID. And you have to mail me by 1st of Jan 2014. So once again, if you liked watching the log, please click like below and like the log. And you can also subscribe to my channel for latest updates on my channel. And as I said earlier, that every new log is going to bring you a new questionnaire and an option to win a free numerology evaluation by me. So for that, stay tuned and have a nice time.